Hello and welcome to another NCOVN gaming video. This is kind of late because I was kind of hoping to pull Legend Lucy and then just make this a breeze, but I wasn't that lucky unfortunately, so I had to think of some other things to beat him with. So this is going to be on the Coliseum Lucy, which is aka Luffy. He is a pretty damn strong unit. His captain ability boosts the RCV of strength, dex and quick units by 1.2 times, which is, you know, useless, but boosts the attack of strength, dex and quick units by 3.25 times after hitting 3 perfects. Again, not amazing, but obviously pairs really nice with Legend Lucy. But his special is freaking amazing. It has a 20% HP cut that will ignore barriers, which is just so good. And then changes your top row to strength orbs, your middle row to quick orbs, and your bottom row to dex orbs. And if you're using a Legend Lucy captain or friend captain, that is pretty much full matching orbs. Except if you use this guy as a captain, then you won't get matching orbs because strength doesn't count as matching for everyone. So he will have a badly matching orb, but other than that, everyone else will have matching, which is super good. And not only that, he boosts the effects of orbs by 1.75 times for 1 turn. Just an amazing unit, and even if you don't have a Lucy, you can use this with a Lucy friend and just clear a crap ton of stuff. The Coliseum itself is pretty damn hard, even though there's only 3 rounds. The first 2 rounds aren't too bad, but the final round with Lucy himself, man, is freaking hard. Pretty much designed to use the new batch of units we got from the Colosseum, so Cavendish, Barto and Diamante are really nice for this Coliseum. But if you don't have that, I'm going to show you how to do it. It's pretty janky, but it gets the job done. Also note, if you want to farm this guy and max him out completely, you might want to farm 10 extra copies after you max his CD, because that's how many you need to max out his limit break sockets. So with all that said, let's get started. So round 1 of the Lucy Colosseums is Hajrudin. He has 5.5 million HP, and he doesn't preemptively do anything, which is actually kind of rare, which is why I kind of forgot to stall out one more turn for Corazon and Sabo. Sabo doesn't matter too much because it's 1.5 the first turn, but then the second turn is still ×2. Mihawk, luckily was still up though. I brought Shanks, obviously for the orb boost. Luffy I didn't activate, which was a mistake. So now he drops to 50%, which means that he doubles his attack and attacks every turn. But I'm just going to kill him now anyway. Now it looks like 75%, so he has to do the 75% effect first before he does the 50%, interesting. Doesn't really matter, you're going to beat him once and then never do this again, so... Yeah, you can burst them, best to burst them over 2 turns. Or 3 turns, I guess, since I just discovered that thing. Whatever. Yeah, just a big beefy dude, doesn't really do too many things. Onto the second one, which is the Funk Brothers. A little bit more annoying, they have 2.9 million HP, attack every 2 turns, so 13,000, which is obviously quite a lot. Use Luffy here to stall out. And then it's pretty much just like the Strength Brothers. If you use an Orb Manipulation special, they will shuffle your orbs. With the chance of getting bomb orbs. So I could just cheese it and just keep spamming Ray special until I get like all strength orbs, but I was like, you know, I won't do that. Plus with Neo, what the hell's this guy's name? Bellamy makes the Sai orbs matching, so I was like, this is good enough. Even though with Akainu, the Sai orbs don't actually make them have ×4 attack, so it doesn't really matter because these guys aren't too bad. So this is the team I'm going to be using to beat Coliseum Lucy. He is pretty damn hard, and this team is like a pseudo zombie team. You pretty much use Ace and all the other things to beat the first 4 stages, and then you just let Magellan take care of the rest. You can probably just use Raid Magellan. It will be a little bit more slower obviously because he doesn't do as much damage, but it's pretty doable. Marco is there to heal because you're going to tank a lot of hits during this fight from Don, Chinjiao and Luffy. So having the chance to heal fully is really nice, plus the orb boost will help you kill Don Chinjiao on stage 4. He's not necessary, you can just use Sai Marco if you have him, or maybe just more damage reduction or delays, but that is a bit more tricky to use. What's nice about this team of course is you use Perona and GPU. You can get them at any point in the game. Perona is Fortnite that's around all the time, and GPU you just get for free, and the skill books are around all the time, so there's no excuse not to have these guys at max CD. My Perona is not max sockets, but that isn't too bad. For the most part, you don't really like need to use this team specifically. The main thing is just use Magellan to kill Lucy because he has a delay buff, but he doesn't actually block poison, which is really nice. So as long as you can get to the final stage with Magellan and have enough HP to just tank like 5 or 6 hits, you should be fine. That's the main way to be it. If you don't have Lucy, this guy is pretty difficult. The only thing you have to make sure of is that when you're using poison to kill Lucy, that you don't drop him below 20% before he dies, because he will start hitting for 56,000 damage. I mean, with this team, I'm using Perona as like an insurance, because with the 90% damage reduction, that means it only does about 5,000 damage. So if you're not bringing a damage reducer like Perona, make sure you calculate your poison correctly so you don't just die to that damage. So with all that said, let's get started. I'm going to show the first 2 stages because it's mildly important with this team, because you might not be able to burst everything on round 2. And there's 2 versions of it. There's the chance of meeting these like poison lizards, where like if you leave them alive they'll poison you for the rest of the fight. And then I think they do a percentage HP cut, which is really bad. Or you can run into the annoying blue rabbit dudes, or the Lapins, that's what they're called, that you see that gave everyone nightmares during the 20th anniversary island, where you can't heal for the rest of the fight. So you want to make sure that they don't get the chance to attack, which means that you want to stall out for GPU special on stage 1 to ensure that you just have 5 turns to make 100% sure that they all die without getting their chance to attack. Luckily you get 2 arrow tails on stage 1, so you have plenty of hits. Make sure you use the guys with 4 attacks, 4 combo hits, so you don't kill them too fast. This is probably too much stall, because you only need GPU to be up, and I just take the whole lot of stalling. Which I guess I heal a bit more from auto heal, it's not too important. But you know, better safe than sorry. Especially if you're doing double stam, you don't want to make any mistakes. There's a lot of stamina to waste if you screw up. But as you can see, this team has 45,000 HP. You maybe could do it with the 3rd anniversary ship. You obviously lose quite a lot of HP, but this guy will then be useful for even when the anniversary's gone. Here I use GPU because look at those freaking CDs. 1 on 3 enemies is actually just annoying as hell. Luckily with the GPU you can stall out super easily, kill these guys, no effort at all. As you can see, that would have killed 2, and then the chick would have lived. I think that could have actually been fine, because I think I do have level 3 anti-despair. So that's not too bad, but if you do get screwed with like 3 Lapins with 1 CD, and then you don't have the necessary orbs, or you get badly matching orbs, you will just like pretty much just lose, because you can't heal with Marco or Magellan. Yeah, just wait out the thing. I can't actually know. I don't know for sure if he drops below 20%, if he just applies the debuff. I don't think he does. I think he has to attack, but you know, better safe than sorry. We killed the Lapin. Now we're on to round 3, which is both Ideo and Sai. Luckily they only have 400,000 HP roughly. Here I get completely garbage orbs. I think you can just re-roll the stage if you get 2 badly matching orbs, which is pretty much this scenario, but just use 1 A special, you should be able to kill Sai on turn 1, which means you don't take the 12,000 hit, which I think you can still actually live. Here if you like let him attack you, you will take a considerable amount of damage. He does cut your HP by 20% every time before attacking. So actually I don't know if I'll live that. I could quickly do the math, but I can't be asked. But since he's quick and you have like 5 dex units, well 4, you kill him pretty easily. Now onto Sai, he quickly changes himself to quick, gets a 50% damage reduction barrier for 2 turns, and boosts his own attack to 17,000. I'm going to use Perona to tank the first hit. Pretty sure the Perona's damage reduction doesn't go through this rainbow shield. Doesn't really matter either way, because my attacks don't do too much damage anyway. Gonna have to kill him over many turns. So here, nice damage reduction. Also gets poisoned, which doesn't really matter too much. Use GPU now just to weigh out the attack boost, as well as giving you plenty of turns to attack him. He doesn't do anything below 20%, but he does silence your specials for 2 turns once he drops below 50%, which is fine, because once he goes down to his normal attack, he only hits for 8,000. And you know, as long as you just make sure that you can use Marco, or have used Marco before you get silenced. That's the only way you can really lose against him. So here I could have done the maths, and I mean, like, I could just hit him now, like below 50%, and then use Marco after the silences run out, but apparently I just use it to do the other way. Actually no, I think I still just use Marco later. It doesn't really matter, I guess. You have plenty of time, there's no rush really. You just want to make sure you can use Perona on the final stage. It's not really necessary, as long as you can just calculate how much poison damage you'll do, and then realize when to use Perona. I'm lazy, so I don't do that. Plus you gotta think about how much attack Magellan has. Mine doesn't have max cotton candy, so he doesn't get to max poison as fast as he possibly could, but he gets the job done, so I'm not too annoyed. I have too many legends from the new Sugafest, so I need to prioritize my cotton candies a little more efficiently. So here, drop into low 50%, 20%, doesn't really matter again. As I said, he only attacks for 8,000. And now you can use Marco, you got some nice matching orbs here. I could continue to tank here and like ensure that Perona is on a lower CD because Magellan will, as well as poisoning the enemy, will heal me for quite a lot as well. So that I could tank like one more hit without actually losing any HP. Here I'm going to finally face off against Lucy. As I said, puts up the delay barrier but not a poison barrier. Shuffles your orbs. And if you try and use an orb boosting special, he will clear all your buffs and randomize your orbs. So that's why this is like a really hard raid. I mean, Colosseum. 4.5 million HP without the chance of using an orb boost is really hard. So just zombie it with poison. Now I'm just going to slowly beat away at him. Just make sure that he doesn't drop to below 20%, as I said, and then you should be fine. Or if you do do that, just make sure you have a damage reduction special like Corona up so you don't die. Once again, you get about 6,000 HP heal with Magellan at max HP and max cotton candy, RCV cotton candy. Doosh. Heal up again. Slowly but surely he will die. You can of course use damage calc, see how much damage your normal attacks will do if you have because I'm obviously not doing a lot of damage now, but if I use my Stronghold Ace specials, I will double my attack. Here I use Perona special. This is how you'd just play it safe. Like if you drop to like 1% HP or something, I would live with like 2,000 HP and the next turn he would just die to the poison. So yeah, just make sure stuff like that happens. Then 2 million damage, he's dead. Ooh, that's a pretty long Coliseum. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Post any other Luffy teams you have in the comments down below. Join the Discord if you like. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, my nakama.